Phil tried to get back in good graces with Charity. Turns out Basie is Loretta Davis's grandbaby. And just when AJ was about to turn his life over to Christ, our good bishop suffers a stroke. It's Live, Laugh, and Lovey episode recap of Greenleaf happening now.
Hey, man.
Yo, I don't even know. Okay, I have so many emotions going on right now about this episode. It's not even funny.
Okay.
Like,
start from the top.
Yeah. Okay. Who want to start? Because, like, my brain is like for real scattered.
First, who want to give me kudos though?
You called it.
Yeah, you did call it.
You did.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I was screaming at the TV again. I was like, see, they said she was childless.
Yeah,
They did.
You did say that. Yeah.
And remember, I was like, what if it's his son? And y'all was like, no. And I was like, oh, that's right. He didn't have no kids. We said, I was like, nah, he got light from somehow or something. Yeah.
You mean James, the dad?
Yeah.
So he got it from the dad.
Yeah, well, he got it from his
His grandmother.
Because he was half. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, yeah, I mean, you said it, and I was just like, well, Basie is the lightest of the three kids.
Well, he could have got it from his mama, so we don't know what his mother looked like.
Correct, because we don't know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yes. So I thought Bishop was about to get up there and be like, "I's the pappy" or something. Cause like, what you trying to confess? You ain't even confessing, sir. Like.
Okay, so let's go ahead and go to that scene because I felt like, okay, where is this going? Like 1 minute, like what was the point? Because what's H&A Bob? What was it? You get up there, and you justifying why you did this, that, and the third, and then all of a sudden you and Judy going out the door with nothing else to say.
Running and Fernando.
Oh, what he said to Grace?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, she liked it, huh? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Putting it all up in her face was just not right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Damn,
so
Carissa, I'm sorry, Jacob. I'm sorry.
But what more can you say? You can't say anything.
Bird. Right.
I mean,
but you know what? If I even had an inkling of trying to get back at you, well, Jacob, how he is a mama's boy, you just say your mama. So you was trying to tell me to get back at her, but this heifer knew about H&H all the time. She just wanted to keep that money. Right. So she was snaking all the time. First of all, you did it to him, and you came home with something, and you knew he was H&H.
Right.
Well, girl, you'd got divorced just because of that. How about that part?
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's worse than Jacob. Jacob, I mean, even though, well, they both are equals, but H&H is the enemy.
Yeah.
And you knew about the enemy. That was the cool thing about it. Yep. Okay, can we go back? Okay, so when Pastor Greenleaf gets up there and confesses, and I was waiting for a confession.
Bishop.
Bishop, right. When he gets up there, and I'm waiting. So you got caught up in the fame. That's all I heard, basically. You got caught up in the fame and the wealth of the church because you took money out to build that church and you built the mega church. Great. Basically, he knew in the back of his head, like basically said something was wrong. He just didn't know why. And then everything came to a fold now. And so he's confessing to that. So you got caught up in the fame, in the line of being a great bishop of Memphis and the wealth of it. Because y'all, even though you have this house, the house is nothing compared to that wealth that you have gained. I mean, they can walk off and go build another house at this point because even though they serve the church, do they still own the land? That's the part I would like to know. Do they still own that land?
That church, huh?
Yeah. So that was one thing I did want to know about.
Maybe that's the reason why they're tearing it down and not opting to rebuild on it because they don't technically own the land. Meaning H&H.
Yeah, H&H. So that was my thing, like, okay, and you got tears, That was my attitude. I'm like, okay, I get it. And then all of a sudden, this is the part that really killed me. Amazing.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm sitting up here going, for real, charity case? Like, you already looked at your little boyfriend and rolled your eyes because he all in church like this looking like a poor little puppy dog. And you just gonna bust out laughing. Now, I mean, singing. Now, one thing I did want to say, when they started singing and they sang that second verse, you know how Grace is like I guess the savior supposed to be of the family. Mm-hmm. You know, what they're singing, it was kind of like they were singing about her. Just my opinion.
Are you trying to say that that's their way to be able to spin off?
Ha ha ha. She still got a lot to do. She about to get back with Darius with that awkward kiss. That looked like the Michael Jackson, Lisa Leslie kiss. That mess was so. I was like, "What are you doing? Ugh, stop it! You're hurting her. Quit it!" Ugh. That looks so painful.
Can we talk about how Darius just all of a sudden was in jail?
Yeah.
I mean,
right?
all of a sudden he was in jail. We didn't know where Darius was at last episode. Like, he was missing, something was happening to him, and then all of a sudden he gets picked up in jail.
But they tried to set him up though, because she said,
right.
this is what you were driving PCP in, or you were high on PCP driving in, or something. Because she took him to go get his car for the impound, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They tried to set him up.
Yeah, I wish they would have like kind of led up to him calling her, and then we knowing where he was instead of all of a sudden, you know, yeah, I got the story. But how about you just got picked up from jail? How about that part?
She was like, "You're still about to go? I've got to, Grace. I have got to crack this lead. I still got to talk."
I'm mad that you making him sound hella dramatic.
Yeah, he sounded like Captain Kirk. Right.
And then all of a sudden, here comes Noah. And every time I see Noah now, I think of you guys. I'm cracking up.
Oh my God.
What are you doing here? I found the caretaker.
Right. That's exactly how he came in, too.
I'm like
you could have called for that.
No, you know he got to come see Grace. Everything Noah says is dun dun dun. I have the caretaker. Dun dun dun.
The church scene, I mean, I could appreciate Bishop getting up there, explaining, you know, his fault. You know, he let the money and the fame get to his head, and it wasn't keeping him focused on the real reason why he was placed in that position. I get it. I could appreciate his transparency and his honesty. I mean, it was very dramatical because, Rochelle, you come to the church too, and you're going to get the answers. Okay, what do we find out?
That was so anticlimactic. Like she's done that. Well, I'm done. I didn't want the house. All I wanted was the truth. Girl, bye. So now you satisfied with him saying that?
Okay.
You satisfied? Because you still don't know why your daddy died in the church, and you still don't know who called.
Right.
So you satisfied?
Right.
Girl, bye. Go light a fire.
Go light a fire, darling.
Dang.
Girl, it irritated me. I was like, she's taking charity case, little place. Ugh.
So, okay. So then another thing is, I just felt like that scene was just rushed, and it didn't move. Again, I felt as though it didn't move the narrative anywhere. Like, this is all stuff that we pretty much kind of figured out on our own. And then where did Bob and Judy go? I'm sure that we're not going to hear the last of them.
Right. We're going to see. They had to tuck tail. They had to go and regroup real quick because he still didn't get to announce his run. So,
true.
You know, they stopped that.
And then Phil, like, you sitting up here trying to get back into Charity's good graces and her panty draws when you ain't said, I apologize to the entire Greenleaf family as a whole because you were part of the reason of their demise. You know, you played a part, even though you weren't the ringleader, but you still played a part. And you didn't apologize at all. But yet you still trying to run after Charity, which I was. Bravo to you, girl, because you stood up to him. You stood up to
Finally.
him. You understood your worth. Now, hopefully, you won't go back.
Well, we won't be able to see it because it's only 2 more episodes.
Oh, no, she's not going back to him.
Please
Okay.
don't.
That's clear.
Yeah.
No, that
Yeah,
is
that's
clear
done.
to me.
That's done.
She is done with him because when he had the opportunity, he didn't take advantage of it.
Mhm.
And also, I think the reason why she's not going to go back with him, this is just my assumption, is how he basically was not ready to make amends with his dad. Because Charity, even at the end of the day, she's all about family. And he still couldn't make amends. He just still kept holding on to a grudge that was like 20 plus years old. They both were still kind of locking heads. He still was ready to at least have that conversation. And Phil wasn't. But you were so blinded by Bob and being part of the H&H that you didn't see you was being used.
Yeah.
No, and now he figured out what his mom's dying little message was. I
Yeah.
hope that God forgives me. Now I know what for. Boy, sit down. Sit down. You go light a fire too, sir.
And then here you keep going back with this recycled ring. Okay?
Oh
this
my
ring,
God.
I'm just saying, the ring is being recycled. First it was Charity's, then it was Judy's. Now you won't get from Judy again, get back to Charity. Man, keep the ring at this
For
point.
real. For
Keep
real.
He
For
making it
real.
seem like that ring came from Jared's.
I mean, that's the only thing I agree with Judy on. I was like, no.
Right. But you know that ring does not weigh as much as it sounded as it hit the floor.
First of all, why is it hitting the floor? Because there's carpet.
Right,
so
but I'm saying it would have that ring would have to have had some weight to it. That ring ain't got no weight to it.
at all. And she might want to drop it because the little chip that's in it probably gonna fall past the hell out of the damn ring.
But the point of it's sentimental value.
Yes. It is.
And that already told you about Nasty Judy. Why you have to get back the ring? Because I'm done with you. He been done with you when he gave you the ring. The ring was facade. You should have gave her a band from day one, not your mother's precious ring. A band.
I was with that too. Yeah, you're right. He shouldn't have. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He could have went right down to J.C. Penney's, the pawn shop, wherever, and got a band. I'm just saying.
She said J.C. Penney's. You mean to tell me that people would have went to J.C. Penney's, they would have still been in business?
They probably would have been. That the diamond would have been bigger. But anyway, so. So he could have just got her a standard band because you know you're not investing in her like that.
Right.
So why would you give her something so precious?
That was your same thing. Right. Oh, or did he only give it to her because Judy asked for it, even though she was being funny because that little bitch still had that shit on while she talked about it so bad. I can't wait to get the real one. Do you think? She still had it on.
And that's what he should have said. Broad, give me my ring back.
Broad.
Yeah, I don't want to say a real word. But anyway, you know.
I don't think either one of those words would have been applicable in the church.
Give me my ring back.
Heifer, right?
Heifer.
Give me my ring back.
Your little wench.
And that would have been it. And Rochelle, I want to say this. I think even when she was at the house, she was becoming softened. She's eager to hear the truth. And I think when Bishop said to her, Rochelle, come to the church, she was like, oh, I'm finally going to get the truth. You've been hearing the truth for what, how many seasons now are we on? You've been hearing the truth for how many seasons? And yet you still don't believe.
Well, she believes now. I guess now that everything happened with the house and, you know, she actually heard it and it kind of sounds real. Of course, you're not going to just listen to somebody that you just think that killed your dad all these years. I didn't kill him. Yeah, okay, I believe you. But I guess with all this evidence that to back it up, she's believing it. I don't know. She walked out a little bit too easy for me.
So she was covering up that belly though, right?
No, I was checking that though. When they showed her, she flashed. So either she just gave birth to the baby after this. They had this redo. Because our belly was flat. I peeped that. I was going to say the same thing.
I thought this was done last season. I thought this was done last season.
Me too, but they must have had to do some kind of shoots because she had that purse. She was covering. But then when she turned around, she didn't turn around upstage. She turned around downstage. So she showed her whole belly. And then you could see it. And then when she walked out, it was straight. I said, oh, yeah, they had to do some reshoots.
Mm-hmm.
So Tara is still, Miss Greenleaf, I might have to do this. Okay, you and these empty threats. Either you're going to threat or you're going to get the house or not. That's all you got to do. Because her and the empty threats are killing me.
Yes. She's trying to give you 10 acres. to go do what you want to do. Well, no, it's the house. Okay, so now I'm mad at you because
Mhm.
I thought you was doing it for the cause. Pooh, you don't have no acres. You paying rent. So you
Mhm.
about to have 10, what she say? Did she say give 10 acres? Isn't that what she said to give? Or 2 acres or whatever. An acre.
Acreage. Yeah,
Hell, give her one
acreage.
acre. It's
Mhm.
more than what you have, and it's not in the hood. They would actually
Right.
have to buzz in to come into your little establishment.
Mhm.
Right. And now, Rochelle, I don't want the house. That's not what I wanted. Oh, so now you don't even got a partner in crime, boo boo. You don't even got nobody vouching for you. Your own sister was like, I don't even want that. So now you don't have anything. Because what? Rochelle got the money. Basie got the money because he's not dead. And you still sitting up there serving out what? Eggs and biscuits.
Not eggs and
Yes,
biscuits.
yes.
I'm just saying.
I can't.
She's done.
So Sophia apparently told on herself, as we predicted.
Yes,
Yes.
we did because Grace would have been snatched her, right? And
Mhm.
how come we know her mama better than she does? Girl,
Cause
don't
she
you know your mama wouldn't have gone in one day without talking to you about something that serious? Come
not
on now.
not speaking with her. You would think she would have cut her off for a day.
No, she wouldn't have gone without talk. Like if she knew that, if Zora would have actually spilled the beans like she said,
Yeah.
her mama would have pulled her coach that day. Miss Sophia, you have something we need to discuss. It wouldn't have been days like it's been
Oh, okay.
days.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know
yeah.
how she
Mhm.
speaks. Yeah,
Yeah.
she wouldn't have. So I knew. I was like, she didn't tell her. She didn't
Mhm.
tell her. And Zora got on my nerves
She got on
because
everybody's nerve.
this
She's
spoiledness,
selfish.
this whatever she sense of entitlement. Girl, get through it. Your parents said you're not leaving. You're not leaving. What? I'm about to leave. You about to leave? Now you done found an apartment. Girl, bye. Girl,
Yeah,
bye.
she knows she ain't got no money to pay for it, but is she gonna be expecting
Right.
her parents to be paying for it?
Girl, 2 weeks ago you was getting kidnapped by the little dude that was beating up on you. You better have a
2 weeks
seat.
ago.
You need to have a seat. Shoot. Winky is taller now. He only 2 inches taller. That means 2 weeks. You ain't going nowhere. Have a seat. It's too late in the season or too late in this whole little
Serious.
scenario. Yes, for you to be trying to, girl.
Right, gain a sense of independence. You barely got a high school education.
Girl, you can't
You
even stay out of mess.
right. You don't know the sense of work.
No.
So what you just gonna you gonna go out there and get yourself killed. That's exactly what you're gonna do.
You're not
Trying to live up in Bushwick.
you're not listening to your cousin before when y'all was in this shelter community. You think you're gonna listen to her out there because somebody gonna have to pull your coattail and guide you. You know, I know you want to have fun, but your moral compass is a little off, poo poo. Your self-esteem too. Somebody
Hmm.
gonna say something to her, and you could be a model, pay $25.99, and she about to go and do it. I bet you, and be got all her little money. She
But that's
crazy.
her parents' fault.
It is.
That comes from the head.
It is, but it also needs to have that foot down. That's what I'm saying. If they have that spinoff, she gonna be staying with Jacob.
Okay, could we really deal with Jacob and his family and issues on a spinoff? Can we really deal with that?
Oh no, I
I don't
was
think I
gonna
would have the
say
patience for
something,
that
but
because I was pissed off that you didn't clap back at Carissa way harder than
I'm hoping. I'm hoping.
thank you. I'm like, what? That's it? You would have been all kind of, but you just call me Snoop because you would, excuse me, Saints, you would have been all kind of mother bitch. I would have been pissed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or his mama need to find out. We have a couple episodes. They have to tell her. I need May to run her down.
Nah,
She needs a good May rundown.
not with her current conscience. It's not gonna happen.
Oh, girl, she still need to get run down. Cause yeah, and I could tell at first I was thinking about Bishop. I was like, he's having a stroke, but at first I thought he had just passed sitting up until until she was talking to him and you could see him move his head and I was like, oh, come on, Tyler Perry acting. Come on, Bishop, you act way better than this. Why are you moving your eyes, sir? You're supposed to be like whole dead. And then when he did it again and then she started talking, to him, and he was. I said, "Oh, he having a stroke."
Mhm.
Yeah, because even like towards the end of the scene, his whole right side looked like it was frozen.
I was like,
I was like, oh,
"Oh." And then when so I'm wondering, because I don't want it to. I know they're not gonna just have him recovering for 2 episodes, like he just got better or whatever. So I think he probably did just pass, because you're not about to go into the end of the season. I mean, end of the series with him being incapacitated like that. Like that's how we're gonna think about him forever. No, so I think he probably did like really pass, huh?
I think he knew it was coming.
And that
Because
was his
there's a
moment of
reason
clarity.
why, because I think that there was a reason why he kept pushing the issue of them getting remarried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, he just didn't want to worry her with giving the details, because he was always ducking and dodging when it came to the appointments. So in his heart, he may not have had that actual diagnosis, but he felt that something wasn't right.
Mm-hmm.
And as most men, they don't normally like to go to the doctor, because when they don't know, out of sight, out of mind, they just don't want to deal with it. So because especially when he was up on the pulpit, I was like, he knows something. Because I thought he was gone too when he was on the edge of the bed. And I was just like, no, he wouldn't be that erect if he was gone. No, sitting up straight on the bed.
I know. I was just
So I was just okay. And then when I saw him move, I was just like, okay, he just thinking, he's in deep thought. But then when she was just like, you want a piece of paper? I was like, girl, call 911.
But at least she did, though. Right. She did, because she was like, call, and he was like, no.
Mm-hmm.
But when she was saying that help, and he died in her arms, and then when he said I do, I was like, oh, he did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do, because they had just said, I'm like, okay, well, that'll stop him from being in the spinoff.
Well, May was going to be the pastor anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. So now she has her offsprings that can be basically morning, afternoon. She come and do the sermon, because pretty much all of them can preach. Or we still haven't heard,
We ain't really heard Charity. We heard her sing. We ain't
Oh.
heard her preach.
Amazing.
So
girl.
Wait, but Connie,
Ooh!
you still sitting up there with a scowl on your face throughout the whole situation.
When Bishop was up there in his confession, everybody gained off his wealth.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much that's what what's her name? She used to be Bishop's secretary, admin.
Corinne.
Oh, Corinne.
Okay. I don't want to say Corinne. That's all I was like, I don't want to butcher her name. When she got there, she said, Bishop, you have helped us. Right. Because do that connection. Those are connections in the church, the word, and it's helped. It wasn't like he was up there just, like we know how some preachers just basically get fame and they get big-headed. Even though he did get the fame and the wealth, it still was about his church members at the end of the day.
Right.
So they all, like I said, they benefited from him, which was nice. I don't think I got a chance to say, but Bob did try it, bringing all his church members in. Bob, you didn't need to do any of that. You should not have shown up. That's what you should not have done. You should have not shown up. You should have just been like you have been, distant from your members of the church, and then continued that way, because
he was about to announce his run, so he was trying to get their support.
Right. But Charity already had basically intervened in that, because when he said, I have no need, I didn't have nothing to do with just the Black people. You knew. So you knew about taking their property and basically getting their votes and taking from them. You knew about that.
Having them defaulting on their loans. It was a scam. It was a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, but it was a typical political move.
Buy and grab.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying, you're about to run. Of course, you're going to come pander to the Black community at the 11th hour. Because at this point, this is the 7th episode. We ain't seen you all season. It's the 11th hour. So, that's a typical move right there.
We should have been there when they first announced about bulldozing the church. and then came in video, Skype, whatever, and just made the appearance like you were still invested in your members, then people would have believed you. Because I mean, I've been saying all season long, you go from a mega church to a gym, really?
Yeah, which now, since we're talking, I really believe that they have no claim on that land. That land belongs to the Greenleafs. So that's why they can't rebuild.
But they own the church. They own the building. Gotcha.
Yeah. So
well, no, I'm just wondering how everything is going to pan out, because we are going to see him again, because we've got some things to tie up with him, don't we? With Bob and all that, because he wasn't really exposed. Fernando and Judy just got away like that. And you don't think Pastor Dry is going to try to beg up on Charity at least 2 more episodes, or is he done? Or will we see him in a spinoff? He gonna beg up on Charity and spinoff. I'm sorry, I keep pushing spinoff. It's funny.
You miss spinoff.
I'm just pushing. But who are we gonna see? Pastor Dry again? His dad? What was the? Can we get them to? No, that's done.
I just kind of feel like this episode was too
Dry.
much. It was too much in such little time that we have left. Because when they were at the church, I was like, okay, this happy ending, everybody happy, everybody is in a good place, something ain't right. Like, where are we going with this? What's going to happen in the next 2 episodes? I know all of this is not going to be tied up in a bow, presented in a nice little package, and then we're done. But then...
I thought AJ was going to go up there and get saved by his.
I did too.
Yeah, I didn't think that he was just going to join the family, which I'm glad that he went and joined the family.
Mm-hmm.
Showing that okay, he feels part of the family now. But I thought that he was going up there to get saved. I really did. Yeah.
But now with Bishop possibly being gone, will this do anything? Will he take a hit?
Yeah, because they were getting ready to do that car together,
car.
And they had that personal conversation about,
Mm-hmm.
Getting saved and all that. I think he's going to become part of the family. I don't think that Sophia's going to leave for some reason. I don't know. I just don't think. But I'm still mad because we still ain't tied nothing up with Dante ass. Where's Dante? Where's Dante?
You've been saying that all
Where-
season.
Well, now that Grace knows, maybe Grace can go to Dante's house. But here's the thing.
She's going to have Jacob go.
Or is
Either
she
or.
going to have Darius do an investigation and get in contact with his contacts to find out where he is? And then Noah going to run in.
He at the house.
We found Dante.
Grace, Dante's in the house. Were you looking for him?
I think, okay, this is my scenario on it.
Mm-hmm.
Sophia, you're over 18, so you're considered an adult. So whatever you do at this point, you're an adult, it's your mistake. So you can't, even though your mother's going to be disappointed in you, but it ain't like your mother going to put you on punishment. What can she really do?
She's not going to do anything. I don't think that she's mad she's going to do anything. It's just the fact that, she has to tell her.
Yeah, and it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, and we
is.
never want to do anything to embarrass the family.
Right,
or to
now
let
they're a
your
church family.
Right,
too.
and to disappoint. She never wants to disappoint her mother. So I get, why she said it, but I'm going to go back to what I said a couple of weeks ago. Okay, Sophia, like you said, your name, you're 18, okay? I get it. You're embarrassed, but there's nothing that you can do about it. You can't turn the clock back and change things. You got to keep on moving on. Okay, yeah, I did it. Own your stuff and move on. Period.
She's going to say to her, why didn't you feel comfortable to come tell me, honey, when you had your first experience? Was he fine? Was he gentle? Is everything okay, Sophia? Why did you feel that you couldn't tell me? That's what Grace going to go at her. That's the only thing. Honey, it's fine. It's fine. You know about me now. I had sex too. That's how AJ is here.
That's how she going to talk to her?
Noah.
That's how she gonna talk to her like it's a tampon commercial.
You know how she talks, girl. You know how she talks to Sophia. And Sophia, I know, Mom. And now I haven't talked to him. And we haven't seen him since like the first episode of this season, Mom. And I got into my first fight, and my cousin didn't have my back, and I was going to lose. Because, I can't fight because I'm Sophia, but
Oh my God. Not because I'm Sophia.
it's I've told AJ and he's tried to help me, but I've started to curse now. It's like I'm Janet Jackson in a Singleton movie. I curse now. I don't know. My life is spinning out of control. And now Zora wants me to go stay with her. Oh, can I borrow some money, Mom? And we need a place to stay. Oh.
But how you gonna have the gall to suggest that I ask my mother
Because
for some money?
she's Zora. She's Zora. She's selfish. And like she said, the only reason you want me to stay with you
Because you
is
need
because
the money.
money from my mama. She said, so you gonna ask or not? No, bitch, and you just told my mama on me now too. I'm really not talking to you. But I don't know that you didn't tell my mama for it, which you still should have known that she didn't tell your mama, Sophia.
Right.
Writers, because we knew that she didn't tell your mama, Sophia.
Right. Okay, so what are your predictions?
I predict Sophia gonna keep cussing. I predict Angry Bird might get a little, I don't know.
Okay, so your prediction is that Sophia.
Well, nothing. Sophia's gonna be fine. Her mama's gonna give her the little old pep talk after the fact, which, yeah, good, that's gonna do, because as y'all said, she's like hella 18. Zora's not going anywhere. I predict Zora is not going anywhere.
That ain't no prediction. That's a fact.
Right. I predict Zora's going to have a tantrum in episode, what is it? We're about to be on episode 8, right? So like about episode 9-ish, hopefully, I have a hope that Fernando comes back. Not to be with Carissa, but as like to shed a little bit more light. I don't know if Jacob maybe gonna sock him one, or at least, or be like, you tried to trick my wife, or or something. I don't know. I just need that kind of solved, and I need him to just turn around and tell her, yeah, and I wasn't getting back at your ass, no way, Angry Bird, and this is why. You see?
So you done went from a prediction to wishful thinking?
Yes, I'm wishfully hoping that Jacob finally gets to hit somebody. He didn't threaten to hit a couple people. I need him to go ahead and get this aggression out. Bottled up aggression.
Jonae?
I predict AJ is going to open the box.
Yes.
He's going to open the box. I predict that Carissa is going to come to Jacob, and Jacob is going to give her an apology.
Oh.
I predict that maybe not in this coming episode, but it's maybe 9. He's going to apologize to her because how he has treated her throughout the years. And then he also is going to explain to her why they cannot be together, but they can be friends. So I'm predicting that.
Are you predicting Winky will grow?
I also predict that Nathan's going to show an appearance in this coming episode. He's going to make another appearance, and he might be a little bit bigger. Maybe he's walking.
Oh my goodness!
So
new beginnings, right? New beginnings. He started walking. New beginnings.
Right? Yep. So, and I also predict that Charity is going to do her first sermon, along with being the choir director. And the musician. So I'm going to predict that. Those are my predictions.
Okay. So I think we will see Bishop in the hospital. I think they're going to hold on to him. If he does, in fact, pass, they're going to hold on to him, at least for one episode.
So they can get married in the hospital?
Yep.
Yeah, he said I do.
I know. He said I do. I know. That's the only thing that made me think that he's not going to be around either, is because he said the I do part. But you can't predict it, right?
Yeah, I think that they're going to show, show the community coming together, trying to pray for his recovery. And he like, look, I didn't spoke my piece, confess my sins. I didn't profess my love. So go ahead.
What if Bishop passes like episode
9.5.
9 at his funeral because closure, Mavis comes back. Now, May, she's in the season of forgiveness. She's forgiving everybody now. Maybe his death can bring them closer as sisters. They can close that, We see a hologram of faith walking and looking and walking past, like I give y'all all this blessing. And oh no.
I mean, that would be a legit reason for Mavis to come back.
Because Bishop passed, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because she loved her some Bishop.
So what if at the funeral, Basie shows up?
Ooh. And says what? Daddy, I'm sorry?
Not Daddy.
I know. Paw? I'm just playing.
Pawpaw. But that's interesting. But we still haven't
have
really
nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Have nowhere to go.
But we still kind of don't know why Loretta James gave the house to the Greenleafs.
Well, Mac was a swindler. Mac got in and Mac, like he said, Mac told him, her son just died. Go. And took, maybe like, okay, since he died, I don't have anybody else to give this to. And, you guys are going to do good stuff with it. And you're building the church or here, rebuild,
So you think that's it? It's just done in the wash? We're not going to find anything else out?
I don't know what else we could get or what else would we need. Mac was a swindler and preyed on her emotions at that time.
Yeah.
He told her, hurry up, get in and smooth talk her. And Bishop went in there and closed the deal. And that was it. She didn't have anybody else to give it to.
Okay.
That's why I think, even though they keep saying this house is originally the James's house.
Mm-hmm.
But that second will supersede the first will.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So even though there's two wills, unless they prove that Bishop killed their dad, that's the only way you're gonna get the house. But other than that, that house is really the
it is
theirs. Yeah, it's their house.
It is.
And if the Greenleafs choose to give the house to them, then that would be different.
I don't think she getting that house no more. Because she went from the house, remember, then she went to, okay, let's give some of the acres. So then when they were at the table talking, and she was like, well, I don't think I'll be able to take anything less than the house. She said, oh, well, then I don't think we're going to be doing this.
But that was before she found out that Loretta Bates was their grandmother.
Exactly. No, it wasn't. Well, because remember, it was. She came back and told us that, okay, if this is true, then we'll give you the house. But yeah, I don't think that they should get it either, because that was legal. She gave it over.
Okay, so now, I'm just gonna throw it out like this. We find out. I know we're going back to the house again, because everything is based on that house anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So now we find out Miss Davis is your grandmother. So
right, like Anne.
So now you're gonna find out, like Miss Greenleaf said, unless we can do a DNA test, at the end of the day, it's Greenleaf.
It's still my house, yeah.
And okay, yes, Miss Davis was your grandmother. So now all of a sudden you're gonna try to come get the rights of the house because it was your grandmother's house, but the house was left to the Greenleafs.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I was gonna give you some land. Now you ugly, so now you don't get nothing.
Now you ugly.
Yes.
I think she's gonna give them some land.
Ooh, ugly.
They'll get the land, but forget the house.
Yeah.
You can take land and build upon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No more house for you. That's out of the picture.
Yeah, and with Bishop potentially being gone, they not gonna really. May not gonna fight. She just gonna.
Oh, if he passed and he passed in her arms, she was like, not now, my love, not now.
Because she was ready.
Oh, she was.
She sure was.
She was like, I've been holding out. And trying to be all nice until we get married, right? She was spritzing. She,
double spritz,
man,
lotion.
She put it behind the ear and everything, honey. She was like, "Ooh, she was about to put it on him." Yeah, he couldn't accept it at all. He couldn't get none of that.
Oh, it's coming. Even if, okay, let's say he comes out of, his recovery, Bishop ain't forgot.
Right.
He has not forgotten.
Remember that time? He was trying to give me that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
So,
you just got to do most of the work, but I'm here. I'm ready for it.
You think he could survive?
I mean, maybe he'll just have a cane. Because he passed out a couple weeks ago. We haven't seen anything else about his Parkinson's, and now he's about to have a whole stroke. We haven't seen anything else about his Parkinson's. Remember he used to have the shakes?
Yeah.
He doesn't have any of that anymore.
You know what? Well, actually, in last night's episode, his hand was doing something. I was like, okay, your hand doing something? Because I did peep that. Yeah.
So then what? So he has dementia. Oh, see, stroke. It wasn't dementia all this time, y'all. We thinking he was having them brain issues. So he did know Jonah. Yeah. So maybe, yeah, he was. Yeah.
I think it was just his whole stress of everything, of being accused of, killing someone, and then someone about to come take the house, and then also H&H snatch it. I think it was just a whole buildup of everything at this point.
And I'm sure Marisol wasn't making no healthy meals.
Oh my goodness. Marisol, look, that's who we ain't seen. Hell, we ain't seen Marisol either with her little attitude. She be killing me, knowing she a part of the family. And what's in that box? So AJ, if he does pass, AJ gonna be like, I'm gonna do it myself because we were going to. Maybe it will be a car and he'll drive off in it in episode 10.
Yeah, because that box is like really, really big for it to be parts.
And it's old, but it has to be heavy because Bishop has had it since ever.
Yeah.
But I want to know what it is. For some reason, I don't know if it's the car. And it's like, because if you were poor when you were growing up and your daddy gave you that, you saved it all this time, you wouldn't, like you said, he was afraid to open it up. He was scared to open it up.
I think it's a whole car. I think it's a whole car.
All right. Gotcha. It's rusted.
That's one of my predictions. If the GTO is in there and you just got to open up.
So now he going, right. That would have been good because his dad would have been like, you don't want to, all this time, you don't want to. If you could have had it all this time. You just got to take, with faith, open up and how they going to work it. Amazing.
Okay, that's how we going to end it. All right. Well, on that note.
Yeah. You need to do one of these. Will Charity see her child again?
Yeah.
Will Charity's baby daddy come back? You tell us in the comments.
Yes. Yes, please do. Share your thoughts and comments and all those other things. Because will we see Nathan? Will we see Kevin? Because we sure have seen a lot of Aaron, but no Kevin.
Right. The brother.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. We greatly appreciate your viewership. Definitely subscribe, like, share, and comments. Let us know. Join the discussion. We love interacting with you. So, till next week, bring your suitcases out, get ready, bring your margaritas and your drinks. Well, not your margaritas because it's a faith-based show. So, your mocktail.
Your church Kool-Aid.
Yeah, your church Kool-Aid. Your mocktail.
Juice.
Your Jesus juice. Okay. All right, ladies. Talk to you later.